We welcome you to Chattanooga, Tennessee, a rare high noon kickoff for USL League One in a matchup between two sides punching above their weight compared to their preseason expectations. Chattanooga Red Wolves, FC Naples, second meeting of the season between these squads. This rain-soaked pitch should be an interesting matchup in Chattanooga. Happy to have you with us. John Gross with you on this Wednesday afternoon. Again, second matchup of the season between these two squads. First match of the year back on March 8th. FC Naples' inaugural match as a club, and Chattanooga Red Wolves striking first. Omar Hernandez. What a goal this was from way outside the area. And the Red Wolves sitting pretty after that finish. But FC Naples able to respond. A handball inside the area, and Naples awarded the PK, and Andres Ferrin with the first goal in club history. 1-1 the final in that match. Now, defense has been the storyline for both Naples and Chattanooga this season. 1 and 2 in the league in terms of clean sheets, 4 for Naples, 3 for Red Wolves. And in goals conceded, just 3 for Naples. That is the fewest in the league. In Chattanooga, just 6 goals conceded. Major improvement, by the way, for Chattanooga on the defensive side of things compared to where they were last season. So certainly two defensive stalwarts going at it today. One of the reasons why Chattanooga's backline has improved so drastically is because of this man, Eric Kinsner, our player to watch, presented by News 12. The 22-year-old on his 5th pro club, young player but very experienced, brings a stout presence to this backline, has been instrumental to Scott McKenzie's unit, and this significant defensive improvement from what we saw out of them last year to now being a team that has just conceded 6 goals through 6 matches. And this backline will certainly be tested because Naples possess the joint league-leading goal scorer. Carson Henderlong has been a revelation. He is our News 12 player to watch for the visitors from Naples. 5 goals this season, tied for the league lead. Somebody who played just 5 matches with USL Championship side in the 11 last year, now getting the chance to really shine, and he has done so early on this season for the first-year club. Second meeting of the season between Chattanooga Red Wolves and FC Naples should be a fun one. Pitch conditions will be interesting, to say the least. We'll have lineups and kickoff for you coming up in just a moment. Stick with us. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst. Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Just about set to kick things off. Let's start things off by taking a look at the home lineup today. Chattanooga Red Wolves, a 5-3-2. We touched on the back line earlier. Kinsner certainly a focal point, but look out for Declan Waters as well. One of the center backs of this back group. second-year Chattanooga man has been instrumental to this team's success defensively. Hernandez atop the formation as well can provide some attacking presence for the Red Wolves. And for Naples, we touched on Carson Henderlong and his league-leading 5 goals, but the defense has been stout for Naples as well. Breck Evans, Jake Dangler, 2 League One veterans anchoring that back line. Chris Heckenberg, another player with a lot of experience in this league, a central defensive midfielder who is also a key piece of this defensive unit. And then Farine, who scored that equalizing goal and the first ever goal in Naples history a couple of months ago against Chattanooga Red Wolves. Look out for him up front as well. Team photos, pre-game festivities. Chattanooga Red Wolves, a rare noon kickoff against FC Naples. Naples at 4-1-2 on the season, sitting on 14 points. Chattanooga 1-1-4 with 7 points. I'd say both clubs have exceeded the expectations from the preseason. You never know what you're going to get with a first-year club like Naples. Certainly some question marks entering the season, but 4-1-2, 7-2-2 across all competitions this season. It has been a remarkable start for Matt Poland's squad. And for Chattanooga, look, 1-1-4 to start the season. A lot of prognosticators had Red Wolves at the bottom of the table in their preseason rankings, but this team has been very competitive. 4 draws, tied for the league lead. They are close to turning those draws into 3 points, according to head coach Scott McKenzie, and they'll have a chance to do that today on this waterlogged pitch. We have had rain for 4 of the last 5 days in Chattanooga, Tennessee. In fact, in the month of May, we're only midway through the month, we have seen 7 inches of rain in Chattanooga, which is more rain than we've seen in any other month in 2025 so far in this city. So expect the pitch to play a role in this match. Both coaches talked about how, hey, we have a game plan coming in, but sometimes the pitch may not cooperate based on weather conditions. We'll see how these squads play this one out. Still waiting for that first whistle, and you see ball doesn't roll all too well. Might feel like a bowling ball out there as it trickles through the grass. Again, the second meeting of the season between Chattanooga and Naples. And away we go. A noon kick. Naples, the first-year club, looking to maintain its red-hot start. And Chattanooga searching for a crucial early 3 points. John Gross with you here at CHI Memorial Stadium. For Naples, it has been 18 days since it last played. It was a Jaeger Cup win against USL Championship side Charleston Battery, which again to me shows that this strong start is certainly not a fluke for Naples, but the match against Avialta was scheduled for May 3rd, was postponed until June 28th, so 18 days without a match. Cisneros is muscled off of it, stays with the visitors. Last league match for Naples was all the way back on April 19th, a 1-0 loss against One Knoxville. And for Chattanooga, on the heels of that 0-0 draw on Saturday against Richmond Kickers, similar pitch conditions to what we are experiencing today. Ball does not roll very well. That ball flicked ahead towards Pyerpon. You could see that ball just dies down. Enderlong muscled off of it. And that ball normally would play a whole lot further. We'll see a lot more balls through the air today than on the ground, just given these difficult pitch conditions, as it's worked out by Michael Knapp. And there's really not much you can do to prepare as you look at Matt Poland and his coaching staff. What a job this group has done. The inaugural coaching staff, Matt Poland, of course, the inaugural head coach, inaugural sporting director. He Has lived in nearby Marco Island for 13 years, so very familiar with the Naples, Florida area. Has led this team to early success. And a whistle sends it the other direction. We saw Scott McKenzie earlier, second year as the full-time man, was hired as the interim head coach August 2023. As Jason Smith will send it away. Second in the league in clean sheets this season with 3, only behind Lalo Delgado of Naples. Here's Hernandez. Works out wide, Pedro Hernandez. Leaves it back. Ramos now. Nicked off of it, does stay with Chattanooga, much to the frustration of the Naples side. Now beyond the pitch conditions, the other factor is the early start time. Noon, very early, especially for a midweek, so both coaches emphasize the importance of getting off to a fast start. In fact, Naples Chattanooga adjusted its training schedule this week so players' nutrition and sleep cycles can be on track. This is lofted towards the area, but instead heads out for a goal kick. But it's those little considerations that you have to make when you're dealing with an earlier kickoff or playing at a pitch like this. As Lalo Delgado will put it back into play. Delgado, one of the top keepers in the league, 2-time League One Goalkeeper of the Year nominee. And here comes the lethal Onen. Onen works it across. Waters cuts it away. And O'Connor recovers for Naples, but Jaden Onen, you see his explosiveness, even with this waterlogged surface. He can be dangerous. Just 1 assist this season, but very attack-minded player. Naples entered today joint second in the league table, 3 points back of Spokane, tied with Charlotte Independence. It has been a fantastic start for the first-year club. Now coming on the road, trying to claim 3 points. Naples 2-0 on the road this season, 6 points away from home. As this is played along for Al-Hassan. Glasser cuts off his angle. Al-Hassan works it central, a stumble from Vasquez. And a bit of a lane to work with, but could not continue his sojourn on frame. Matt Poland looks on. We touched on that long break, 18 days since Naples last played, and he emphasized his team having to get off to the fast start with that long break. Of course, the noon kickoff, the challenges that come with that, but he said it comes down to the mental aspect of things. It comes down to how we speak to them in the lead up to this match, in the days before, in the minutes before. Just bringing that intensity over the first 15 or so minutes. And of course, the 18-day hiatus was unexpected. There was a postponed match against Navy Alta that was scheduled for May 3rd, pushed back to June 28th. So he said he certainly wished that he knew he'd have an 18-day break, but tried to make the most of it, just focusing on maintaining a high level of competitiveness, high level of fitness. Well, Effie tries to slot it ahead, and it comes innocently to Lalo Delgado. Here's Julian Cisneros. Aerial ball, won by Chattanooga. Here's Ayambila. He's knocked off of it. And Jordan Ayambila, the native of Accra, Ghana, picks up an early yellow card in the 8th minute. Ayambila on loan from USL Championship side Miami FC, as we look back at our Rodriguez family dentistry replay. And he is booked early in this one. Kevin O'Connor will send this in. The veteran presence for Naples comes out towards Onan, and Chattanooga draws the whistle. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. I think they may be wise to also add some ponchos to the store selection given how much rain we've seen as of late in Chattanooga. It has rained 4 of the last 5 days. 7 inches of rain already this month in Chattanooga. There's Ramos working central. Dumps it off for Ayambila, fresh off of that yellow card. Ayambila plays it ahead, and offside netting for another goal kick for Delgado. Glasser plays it ahead. That ball just dies down. Again, I can see the strategy early on. I just think both sides will probably have to revert to just bombing it long, playing a bit more direct. It'll be very difficult to build through the midfield. Chattanooga looking for a handball call, does not get one. Here's Farine, the goal scorer in the previous match between these sides. That is played along, testing Smith off his line. Oh my! What a goal! A stunner for Naples, and it's Jaden Onan, the Tottenham, England native, who puts his side in front. Why not have a go? Unreal. As we look at our Rodriguez family dentistry replay, Onan from way downtown tucks it in. We said how tough it is just to build to the midfield, so why not play it long to a striker ahead? But Onan says, hey, I'll just play it long myself towards goal. And what a way for Jaden Onan to score his first goal as a Naples man. Unreal. The first signing in club history has his first goal as a member of Naples. And a midfielder who just oozes creativity. He is so dynamic in the midfield, taking a chance and giving his side the early advantage. Matt Poland had glowing things to say about Onan, just loves the joy that he has for team success. Obviously, a lot of attacking players love the personal accolades, love to score themselves, but he talked about how Onan is always hyping up his teammates, always enthusiastic when his squad performs, even when he's subbed out of matches. But now Jaden Onan does get that goal, and it's a sensational goal at that. The 10th minute conversion for number 10. You had to imagine that if we would see a goal today, it would be a wild and wacky one. That's exactly what we saw. That ball stays in play. Ramos dispossessed. And here comes Carson Henderlong. Nearly split through traffic. Instead ends up with Paerpa. Paerpa lifts one in. Waters heads away, and Wessels will clear. Here's Ramos. Knocks it forward to Pedro Hernandez. And a throw coming for the visitors. The USL on CBS Sports Network continues on May 28th with a championship Western Conference doubleheader. San Antonio FC takes on FC Tulsa at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by Las Vegas Lights FC and Phoenix Rising FC at 10:30 p.m. You can catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network on May 28th. Free kick on the way for the visitors. The early edge, that 10th minute goal by Jaden Onan. Gloria Resendiz, our match referee, sorting things out with Chris Heckenberg, a veteran of USL League One, won the 2022 title with Tormenta, spent last year with Fuego. And while it is a new Naples team, there are a boatload of players with significant League One experience. Also a very diverse bunch, 14 nationalities on this Naples roster. Here's Walefi, the longest tenured Red Wolf in club history. Sent out by Hernandez. Here is Pedro Hernandez. Up and in, a whistle. Will we see a booking as well? And we do see a reach for the card. Julian Cisneros shown yellow. Yes, you see him swiping through on that slide tackle as Hernandez is upended. And Cisneros, the first-year pro after a standout career at Loyola Chicago, is booked in the 15th minute. Wynand Wessels and Joshua Ramos stand over it. And it will be Wessels. Lays one in, the Wessels ball headed central and cleared away. Stays with Chattanooga. Here's Declan Waters. Al Hassan can't stay on it. And a tie-up does warrant the whistle. That was 22 on 22. Kinsner hanging on to Paierpa. And another card comes out. Eric Kinsner shown yellow. Third yellow card that we've seen in the first 16 minutes of this match. Kinsner and Ayambila of Chattanooga both have been booked. And Julian Cisneros of Naples also has been shown yellow.
Number 22.
Lofted ball. Onan loops it wide. Here's Farine. Works 1v1, can't get past Ayambila, who sends it out for a throw. Farine, back for Glasser. Glasser tries to slot one in. Poor service. Comes to Glasser once more. Here's Farine. O'Connor. Glasser lays one long. Comes out to Heckenberg. And now Chattanooga can counter. Popped ahead, long ball, Al Hassan. Stumbles. Al Hassan is taken off of it. Jake Dangler, the 1v1 defending. Dengler, a key cog in this Naples squad, has played every minute this season. Al Hassan goes down. And a free kick on the way for the home side. A look back at this last moment for Chattanooga. Al Hassan brought it in initially, but just lost his footing. And he certainly can't blame him. A waterlogged pitch, making conditions extremely difficult today. Wynan Wessels, who made his season debut last match on Saturday against Richmond, curls one ahead, headed to the edge of the area, low strike, turned away. Hernandez controls. Hernandez lets it fly. And it will be a goal kick for Delgado. Pedro Hernandez, the veteran Chattanooga man, his 4th year with the club, the Chula Vista, California native. Hasn't scored yet this season, but can provide some attacking firepower, and that's been one of the question marks for Chattanooga this season. Losing 23 goals from last year, just 3 goals from last year's team back on the 2025 roster. An overhaul for Scott McKenzie and company. And Smith will bring it in, no trouble. Here's Knapp. Onan settles, the goal scorer back in the 10th. Al Hassan dashes after it. Down goes Dengler, and it will be a free kick. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Farine able to keep it in play. Here's Walefi. Naples extending this pressure. Stays in the area. O'Connor nearly came away with it. And a throw into the way for the visitors. 10th minute goal by Jaden Onan, the difference. The first signing in club history as his first goal as a Naples man. Here's Farine. Slithers through, leaves it off. Henderlong lets it fly. Comes out to O'Connor, volleys ahead. And Chattanooga tries to push the other way. And that is blasted towards the door. And will we see a card? We will. And it goes against Breck Evans for that kick. And that is the 4th yellow card that we've seen already.
Attention please, the caution has been issued by the referees to the team Naples number 2.
Evans, certainly an unnecessary boot to send it that far and hard. Evans, another key piece of this back line who has played every minute this season, a League One veteran, previously with Northern Colorado. Here's Al Hassan, turns the corner. Al Hassan plays it central, and Farine scoops it up. Here's Michael Knapp. Hangs one long. Dengler wins the first ball. Walefi goes down and draws the free kick. Well, Walefi has meant so much to this club, the longest tenured player in Chattanooga Red Wolves history. As you see, Andres Farin, the native of Colombia, who does have experience with the Colombian youth national team. And look at all the mud on his uniform. I do not envy the people who will have to clean these uniforms after the match. Evans rolls it out. Popped central off the chest of Hernandez. Chattanooga looks to reset. And a whistle sends it away. Fans, watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. North Carolina FC face off against Oakland Roots SC on May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. That volleys away. Blasted forward, and Smith will bring it in. The Pasadena, California native reunited with a club that he's very familiar with. He played for Red Wolves USL 2 side, Park City Red Wolves, back in the day for 2 seasons while playing his college soccer at Utah Valley. Actually played under Scott McKenzie with the USL 2 side. Ended up leaving Utah Valley, transferring to Syracuse for his final 2 seasons. Now a first-year pro in net for Chattanooga. That's one of the benefits that Chattanooga has with Scott McKenzie manning the touchline. Somebody who knows this club inside and out from his time with Park City Red Wolves, the USL 2 affiliate, now his second year as the full-time head man for the League One side, Chattanooga. And another yellow card comes out. This time it's Jaden Onan. The goal scorer back in the 10th minute has been booked. That is the 5th yellow card that we've seen in the first 26 minutes. Give it a little hip check. And that last foul. Had some words with our match referee, Gloria Resendiz. And is shown yellow. Wessels lifts one in. Al Hassan couldn't get his head on it. Played to the edge of the area, Walefi. Ricochets out, and it heads down to Naples. A Naples side that is so difficult to break down defensively in general when pitch conditions are ideal. Just 3 conceded goals in league play all season. And that is made even more treacherous when you consider that it's a very waterlogged pitch. So a big challenge for Chattanooga to take its way out of this deficit, even though it is the slimmest of margins. Long ball from Dangler. Headed towards Smith. He brings it in, no trouble. Hernandez. His feed taken away by Glasser. Walefi got a toe on it. And a free kick awarded to Chattanooga. Walefi clearly in some discomfort. The captain and a club legend in his 7th season with Chattanooga. Got tangled up with Farine. And another free kick on the way. Wessel stands over it. The South African hangs it towards goal. No trouble for Delgado. Select is proud to be the official matchball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Here's Glasser. Space for service. Curls one in. Hernandez under some duress. And it's fruitful for Naples. Paierpa tries to switch. Wessels taps away. Here's Ramos. Right ahead for Walefi. Juts it for Al-Hassan. Al-Hassan speeds forward. Evans stands in front. Al-Hassan works the byline and runs out of real estate. Goal kick on the way for Lalo Delgado. 30 minutes into this one. A 1-0 edge for FC Naples on a long distance goal by Jaden Onen from just inside the midline. Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Onen lifts it ahead. Oh, just dies down in a puddle. Farine had plenty of space to work with. There is nothing you can do about that. Prior to the match, stadium workers were on the pitch using squeegees, trying to clear off the pitch. But just a deluge of rain has made things very difficult here in Chattanooga. Here's Walefi. Elevates for Hernandez. And that twirls out for a goal kick. Naples taking a bit of time to put this back into play. Delgado will do so. The keeper for this first-year club that has gotten off to a remarkable start. Just the second club in league history to begin the inaugural season. Unbeaten across the first 8 matches. Here's Cisneros. And Naples not happy. Naples wanted to play the advantage, as that's whistled dead by Gloria Resendiz. And Paerpa had plenty of room to work with, but Evans will have to put it back into play. Look at that mud. Now, take a look at the sponsor on the shorts. It is Tide. That is the most fitting sponsor that I've ever seen, given the circumstances today. I mean, what are the odds? Tide on these uniforms. That would be a perfect Tide advertisement, a before and after of these FC Naples kits. And then after using some Tide detergent to clean them. Glasser. Last one towards Henderlong. Onan has one goal already, lets it fly, and sends it off target. Jaden Onan certainly playing with confidence. He scored one from just inside the half line. You figure this is well within a striking distance. The native of Tottenham, England, product of the Arsenal and Brighton academies. Played long towards Al Hassan. Young player, just 19 years old, from Ghana, and a product of the Red Wolves Academy. Chattanooga still searching for that attacking combination up front. Though Scott McKenzie does feel confident in the unit that he has. He says he can put any combination up front and he'll give it their all. He loves the work ethic of this group, and Ramos and Farine getting into it, and it's Farine who is shown yellow. We look back at our Rodriguez family dentistry replay. That is a clear-cut card, and Ramos has reason to be frustrated. Six bookings in this first half. Wynand Wessels stands over it, the native of South Africa. Came to the U.S. to play his college soccer at Tennessee Wesleyan and Gardner-Webb. He sends this in, Delgado fists it away, and it will be a corner. First corner kick of the match. And it will be Wessels to send this in. Set piece opportunity for Chattanooga, who have not been able to create much of anything in the run of play. Is this the answer? It's a low service. Onan clips it away. Wessels plays it in once more. Wessels' ball headed by Dangler. Al Hassan cuts back on Farine. Al Hassan goes down. Clean tackle. And that stayed in play. Walefi is whistled. Buckle up, fans. EPB Fiber Optics delivers the fastest internet speeds in Chattanooga over the area's only 100% fiber optic network. Find the recklessly fast speed your home or business needs by visiting epb.com. Recklessly fast speed, love that. Final minutes of this first 45. Naples on the road, 2-0-0 outside of Naples this season. Searching for 3 more points, and a win would also put the first-year side tied atop the table with Spokane Velocity, sitting on 17 points. Meanwhile, Chattanooga, a squad that has come so close so many times this season, a joint league leading 4 draws on the campaign, seeking that breakthrough performance. Work to do, though, and a free kick coming for the visitors. The trio of O'Connor, Dangler, and Heckenberg in the area. Dangler, a lethal set-piece target, will now make his way to the box. It's O'Connor and Heckenberg. It is O'Connor. Lifts it in, no trouble for Smith. Quickly blasts it long. That'll head out for a Jason Smith goal kick. Some young fans in attendance, taking in this match. It's one of the benefits of having a noon kick. You can get some of the local students in attendance. No one coming for Chattanooga. Final 5 minutes of this first 45. Check that, it will be Naples. They're in quickly in. Henderlong into space. Henderlong's feet broken up. Here comes a surging Ramos. Joshua Ramos, bit of a stumble, stays on it. Wessels. Popped in by Kinsner. And blasted away. Al Hassan surges ahead. Al Hassan leaves it off. Walefi cycles it around. Here goes Ramos. Ramos rolls, and it's tapped in. Pedro Hernandez equalizes. We are level at 1. Ramos to Hernandez, both with muddied faces, unfazed by the elements. Walefi able to cycle around, and then Ramos using that quick first step, and Hernandez, clinical finish in the right spot, just a one-time strike as Chattanooga breaks down this vaunted back line of Naples that had only conceded 3 goals in 7 league matches. And the muddied men of Chattanooga have tied things at a goal apiece late in this first 45. First goal of the season for Pedro Hernandez, the 4th-year Red Wolf. And Iambila looking for more. Iambila goes down. And no whistle. Here comes Paierpa. Paierpa stays on it. Paierpa plays it towards Onin. Great sliding stop by Ramos, who just had that assist. Truly a box-to-box player. Here's Hernandez, the goal scored just moments ago. Ramos again. Ramos off the back of Wessels. It's down to the visitors. Chances have been few and far between in this one. Just 2 combined shots on target. Dengler heads it away. Final moments of this first half. Walefi leaves it for Wessels. Onin got his foot in there. Here's Knapp. Vasquez now. Walefi. And Ramos could not control. Here's Henderlong, the powerful striker. Paierpa switches. Farine battling with Iambila. Iambila does well to keep it in play. Poor clearance, ends up with Henderlong. Here is Henderlong. Gets tangled up. Gorgeous slide tackle. And we have reached stoppage time. Here goes Walefi. Hangs one ahead for Hernandez. And Delgado races off his line to get there. Four minutes of added time. An intriguing first 45 minutes so far, a goal apiece. We've also seen 6 yellow cards for this rare noon kickoff. Hernandez can't quite get there. And there's that interesting dichotomy of the slick pitch, which sometimes leads to the ball skipping even quicker than normal. And then, of course, the fact that the pitch is so waterlogged. In other cases, the ball just dies down in those puddles. Difficult to judge, difficult to play, but credit to both teams for finding a goal, making this game interesting. Knapp really gave it away. He does give it away. Farine leaves it central. Henderlong turned away. Second try, no. Michael Knapp getting in front. What an effort by the center back. Enormous. Look at this. Look at the recovery. It was Knapp who gave it away. 1 block, 2 blocks. Oh, that is elite stuff from Michael Knapp. Pure effort. Scott McKenzie said Knapp is a guy who does a lot of the things that won't show up on the stat sheet. Just a gritty player, and we see that in full display. Remarkable from Michael Knapp, the Bloomfield, New Jersey native, who played his college soccer at the D3 level at Montclair State. Now he's a professional. Just shows you can make it from any level of college soccer. And Knapp, with the work ethic like he has, a quality player and a quality addition for Chattanooga last July. Popped in by Glasser, and Smith corrals. Quickly launches long. Heckenberg blasts it ahead. Smith comes off his line, and Onan shows off the hops. Good first touch by Hernandez, the goal scorer for Chattanooga back in the 42nd. Ramos gets tied up. They play on. And a handball. Still time for one last free kick for Chattanooga. A squad that has had a handful of opportunities from this vicinity. Nothing to show for it just yet off of a set piece, but it will once more be Wyatt Wessels, getting his first start, just his second appearance for Chattanooga. Made his league debut on Saturday, 24 minutes as a sub against Richmond. Here he is, final moments of this first half. Wessels plays it in, headed away by Dangler, stays in the mixer, and tapped out for a corner. Second corner kick of this first half for Chattanooga. It will once more be Wyatt Wessels. What one would imagine will be the final moment of this first half. Wessels curls it in, and that trickles out for a goal kick, and there is the whistle. We have played one half on this waterlogged pitch, a noon kick. It has been an intriguing first half of action. 1-1 is the score here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That man, Jaden Onan, got things started back in the 10th minute with a goal from way downtown, but Chattanooga in the 42nd getting the equalizer from Pedro Hernandez. 1-1 the score at the break. We have played 45 minutes. It's halftime on this Wednesday afternoon in Chattanooga, Tennessee. A physical, grueling first half of action. Getting wet, getting muddy. It was fun, and we have 45 minutes left to play. We'll step aside. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+.
He shoots, and he scores!
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Do you know how fast you were going? 2.5 gig with kids on the couch.
New 2.5 gig internet from EPB.
Slow down.
It's recklessly fast.
Too fast.
With SmartNet plus Wi-Fi.
Violation.
Turbocharging all your devices. More than twice the speed of the gig for just a little more. Only from EPB.
That is recklessly fast.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Halftime in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We are kicking off Week 10 in USL League One today, but let's take a look back at the Week 9 highlights across the league. And the week started in Knoxville, Tennessee. One Knoxville and Forward Madison. It was a scoreless first half, but we saw 2 goals in quick succession in the second half. 59th minute, Nikola Rosamila puts Knoxville up 1-0 off the assist from Stavros Zarakostas. And it's 1-0, 1 Knox. But it was a short-lived advantage. Just 2 minutes later, Mingo man Jake Kroll would respond. What a strike! 1-1 the final, 1 Knoxville and Forward Madison. A point apiece in that Friday matchup. Let's go to New York, a wild one in New York. Westchester versus Charlotte Independence. 8th minute, Connor McGlynn gives Westchester a dream start. 1-0, the first-year club in front. Then 40th minute, penalty put home by Juan Obregon. And it's 2-0, Westchester looking real good entering the half. But a halftime substitute would change everything. Swebo Maru. There's 1 goal for him in the 57th minute. 73rd minute, there's 2 goals to tie things. And at the 89th minute, Swebo Maru secures the hat trick and secures 3 points. His first 3 league goals coming in the final 45 minutes to win the match. 3-2 the final. Let's go to Chattanooga, a waterlogged pitch. The main story in this one, the squeegees were out in full effect. And frankly, did not help much. Look at that. Just slop all over the place. Neither team able to create much. Just 5 combined shots on target between Chattanooga and Richmond kickers. None of them very threatening. And as expected, 0-0 the final in that match. Down in Statesboro, Georgia, South Georgia Tormenta against league-leading Spokane Velocity. 22nd minute, a point to the spot. And Anwar Pelaez steps up and rolls it casually through. 1-0 the final. Spokane, 3 points on the road, now atop the table with 17. Reigning champions Union Omaha welcome league newcomer Portland Hearts of Pine. The latter still looking for their first win. And in first half stoppage time, Azad Liadi gave the visitors the edge. 54th minute, Omaha's Samuel Owusu able to equalize off the corner kick. 1-1 the score. And then late in the half, this happens. A whistle in the area, a point to the spot, and Joe Gallardo steps up and tucks it home. 2-1 Union Omaha in front, but Portland not done. 86th minute, it's the substitute Nathaniel James ties it up, and the 2 teams share a point apiece. Halftime rolls on in Chattanooga. We'll have the second half for you in just a moment. Stick with us. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way.
Focus!
Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power.
Whatever it takes.
Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today we went to the beach and it was Totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
Who wants that smoke? You want that smoke? Look, I ain't playing, I'm saying this ain't a joke. There ain't no bluffing, I'm calling you out for show. It's either all in or nothing, I go for broke. Who wants that smoke? He shoots, and he scores!
Back here in Chattanooga, 1-1 is the score. What a intriguing first half of soccer that was between Chattanooga and Naples. Both sides getting on the scoreboard. All right, we are kicking off week 11 today. Let's take a look at some USL League One news and notes. And it was Maru, we showed you during the last break, before the last break, I should say, a hat trick, his first hat trick of the season. A halftime substitute completely changes the game as Charlotte rallies past Westchester. Corpus Christi held a halftime franchise ceremony to award the new club for League One next season. A lot of excitement down in Texas. And Nathaniel James, his first touch of the match, it's a goal to rescue a point for Portland against Union Omaha. So much excitement about Portland, the job that they've done, especially cultivating that fan support up there in Maine. Here's a look at the team of the week, and of course Maru with that second half hat trick, certainly highlighted on that list. You look, the match that we're doing today, no players represented from either of those teams, but a couple of Union Omaha men, a couple of Charlotte Independence players, Westchester represented as well, a good mix of players. And Charlotte Independence head coach Mike Jeffries is the Week 10 Coach of the Week. Now we'll look at the live standings. This is if this result stands with a 1-1 draw. Naples would move up to second place with 15 points. And for Chattanooga in seventh place, sitting at 8 points. Win today would move Chattanooga all the way up into sixth place. So again, two teams who entering the season, there were certainly some question marks about both clubs, but they're in a solid spot. Still, of course, very early on in the 2025 campaign, but a decent start for Chattanooga and a fantastic start for Naples. We'll get you set for the second half coming up after this. Stick with us. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+.
He shoots, and he scores!
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Wise men say only fools
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
1-1 the score at the break. Chattanooga and Naples tied in a good one through 45 minutes. Second half coming up in just a moment, but first, let's look back at the half that was. We knew the pitch conditions would have a big impact on this one. That was evident early as Al-Hassan surges after it. Physical collision. It's been a very physical match so far, but a decent look for Zahir Vasquez, who then lost his footing completely. Just a stumble. I think if he stays on his feet, he may have an opportunity to have a go at that thing. But we progress on in the first half, still early, just the 10th minute. Jaden Onan says, hey, we can't build up by passing the ball forward, so why not just try to blast it from distance? Jason Smith caught well off his line, and the first signing in Naples history has his first goal as a Naples man. Now, Chattanooga had a flurry of set-piece opportunities, not much in the run of play. That is, until this happened. Vasquez lost his footing again, an unconvincing clearance to Walefi. Able to cycle it around. Ramos does his thing. And Pedro Hernandez, the one-time conversion, ties things in the 42nd minute. And that is a look at our first half highlights. Now, the first half statistics. Just a shot on target apiece, and both were goals on this muddied day. 10 total shots, possession in favor of Chattanooga, but still relatively even. But look at the yellow cards. A physical first half, 6 combined yellow cards, 4 against Naples and 2 against Chattanooga players. Here we go. A muddy day. You see the Tide logo as a sponsor for Naples. So fitting because they'll need a lot of Tide to clean off these uniforms, especially those all whites for Naples, which, by the way, slick look. Really a fan of the Naples uniforms this season with the collar as well. But 45 minutes left to play in this one. Naples 4-1-2, one of the surprise teams sitting at second of the table. Entered today just 3 points shy of first. A win would get them there alongside Spokane Velocity. Meanwhile, Chattanooga, another team that has surprised many, sitting on 7 points so far. 4 draws. They've been involved in a lot of these matches. Very competitive side. Just trying to break through and pick up that 3-point result. And that late first half goal, moving them one step closer to doing so. And will we have to redo the kick? Yes, we will. Chattanooga overloading this right side. We'll see if Wessels again just launches long. And that is exactly what he will do. We are underway, second half between Naples and Chattanooga Red Wolves right here on ESPN+. John Gross with you. Happy to have you along for the ride today. This waterlogged pitch has led to an interesting match so far. Both teams scoring in that first half. It's been sloppy, it has been physical, but both sides have grinded through the adversity here at CHI Memorial Stadium. And now, through 45 minutes, both clubs acclimated to this pitch. Both clubs acclimated to the early start time as well. That was a concern for both coaches, having to play at noon, which is considerably earlier than these sides are used to kicking things off. Scott McKenzie talked a lot about how his side had to adjust the training schedule leading up to this match, but now acclimated to the situation at hand. And it is Ramos who will toss this into the area. Ramos ball headed away. Payerpuck cleans it only as deep as Wessels. Al-Hassan has it knocked out for a throw. Al-Hassan has Shown some flashes today, a young academy player for the Red Bulls Academy. There's Scott McKenzie. Hired as the interim head man back in August of 2023, now in his second full season. And he loves the mentality of his team this season. We'll get to that in a second as Onan clears it away for another throw. But Scott McKenzie said last year his club just did not have a team work ethic. And he said that is a non-negotiable. To play for Scott McKenzie, you must have a high-level work ethic. He said now his team has that. They were very deliberate when it came to who they brought into this club, because work ethic is not something that can be cultivated. It is just something that you either have or you don't as a player. And he brought in a bunch of players who do have that. As Al Hassan loops it in, Delgado corrals. Here's Ramos. Ramos breaks up that clearance. Here's Ayambila. The Ghanaian battles ahead on Farine. Ayambila somehow keeps it in play. And a throw in coming for Chattanooga. Both managers rolling with their starting 11, no changes at halftime. Free kick on the way from Wynand Wessels. Wessels powers it in. Dangerous opportunity. Who was it last off of? And it is a Chattanooga corner. We look back at our Rodriguez family dentistry replay. Wessels will set up to take another free kick. To the corner flag. Their set piece opportunity for Chattanooga. Wessels lifts it in. Farine rolls away. And Ayambila skies it out for a Naples throw. On the field, smart decisions win games. Off the field, smart decisions save lives. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Pass your keys to a sober friend. Call a rideshare or take public transit. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. A reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Knapp. Ricochets over towards Walefi. Here's Al Hassan. Al Hassan dashes ahead. Marked by Glasser. Glasser, strong tackle. Throw incoming for the home side. And we have seen Joshua Ramos throwing these long throws, which basically amount to set pieces. Strong toss from the native of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Ramos hammers it in there. Here's Ramos again. Haven't seen much by way of possession for Naples over the first 7 or so minutes of this second half. Naples in its first match in 18 days. Last played in a Jägermeister Cup win over USL Championship side Charleston Battery. An impressive result in what has been a very impressive start to the season, in the inaugural season for FC Naples. Walefi taps ahead. Here goes Vasquez. Ramos now. Ramos 1v1 in Cisneros. Ramos creates separation. Oh, that just dies down in a puddle. An unlucky break for Joshua Ramos. Remember, other side of the pitch late in the first half sent in a very similar ball that was hammered home by Pedro Hernandez. This one had no chance of being converted since it just died down. Cisneros does well to volley away. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Matt Poland has a great seat, sitting pitch side, the head man for FC Naples. Looking on as his team tries to claim 3 more points on the road. He has done an admirable job to start this inaugural campaign, the inaugural head coach, inaugural sporting director. It's one of the few times that we've seen Naples have possession in the Chattanooga attacking half in this second half. Here's Cisneros. Oh, an unconvincing clearance goes the wrong way. Paerpa out for Onan, the goal scorer back in the 10th. Headed central, Henderlong got a toe on it. Tried to pop it out. And Smith is there. And you see the frustration from Henderlong. It's a ball that normally gets right to his intended target, but just died down in a puddle. Oh, down goes Glasser. And Ayambila is whistled. Ayambila has to be careful. He does have 1 yellow card already. Got it very early in this match, back in the 7th minute. Ayambila, an important piece of this Chattanooga defense, which has been much improved this season. Just 7 goals conceded all year, including the one today. Ayambila on loan from USL Championship side Miami FC, and he has solid background. Now in his 4th USL club. On loan for Miami, won a USL title with San Antonio back in 2022. Also played for Las Vegas Lights back in the day. Good tackle from Wessels. Stays right here with Farine. Glasser will toss it in for Naples. Glasser hangs one in there. Vasquez rolls away. Here's Farine, dodges two. Looking for Henderlong, those two can't link up. Stays in that attacking third. Onan now plays it forward as it redirected away. And Al Hassan lays it for Ramos. Ramos drives it ahead. Hernandez surging, and he's offside. Well, we see what Chattanooga can do on the counter, but it was too good to be true. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Paierpa ahead for Henderlong. Has hardly had any touches today. Again, it's so incredibly difficult to build the ball forward at all and link up, just given the waterlogged pitch. But Henderlong has been a fantastic piece for Naples, joint league leading goal scorer this season. Al Hassan goes right at Evans, cuts it central, leaves it off. Takes a deflection off the strike from Vasquez. Ramos now works 1v1. Ramos the sidestep. Ramos heads it down. Nodded forward by Wessels and sent out for a Red Wolf throw. Ramos using that puddle to clean off the mud. Wessels tried to sneak around. Paierpa controls instead. Paierpa bats it forward. O'Connor had a toe on it. Good step by Knapp to break things up. Here's Walefi. Dengler whiffs. Here comes Vasquez. Oh, and Al Hassan is whistled. And the Chattanooga touchline besides themselves. And we will see a yellow on the Chattanooga bench. And Al Hassan, that last foul. And it was Scott McKenzie who has been booked. An irate group on the Chattanooga touchline. That is the 8th yellow card that we've seen today. Part to be 7th. Either way, a lot. Henderlong turns, lost it. Henderlong settles. Farine, 1-2 back for Farine. Heckenberg now. Henderlong out for Heckenberg. It's one of the more sustained spells of possession that we've seen from Naples in the attacking half. And it comes to an abrupt end. But Naples just has not been able to control possession in any sort of dangerous areas. Just past the hour mark in this one, 1-1 the score. Jaden Onan, the 10th minute goal, and then Pedro Hernandez equalized in the 42nd. This rare noon kickoff on this Wednesday afternoon. Meeting number 2 this season between Naples and Chattanooga. A 1-1 draw earlier this year when they played down in Naples, Florida, the inaugural match in FC Naples history. Enderlong leaves it for Paerpa. Paerpa has it jarred away. The flag was raised. Offside the call. Certainly a physical challenge they play on. Here's Onan. Vasquez now. Marked by Kevin O'Connor, an experienced player for this Naples side. Significant time playing in his native Ireland. Farine comes in from behind, and Dengler clears it away. Knapp slots it forward. Here's Ramos. Tries to dash his way past Cisneros. Ramos keeps it in play. Ramos does win that battle. Here is Ramos. Lifted out of danger. Knapp got a toe on it. Here goes Onan. Surges into space. Onan overran it as his run was interrupted by a puddle. Down goes Vasquez, and another card comes out. This time it's Kevin O'Connor who was shown yellow. O'Connor goes down. Pardon me, O'Connor shown yellow. That is a muddied man right there. The native of Ireland, who has experience with the Irish youth national team and a boatload of experience in the League of Ireland. 4 trophies with Cork City.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A caution has been issued by the referee to the team FC Naples number 14.
Wessels lifts it in. No trouble as it heads the other way. Fans enter the Prinks Tires Tailgate Kit sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $3,000. Scan the QR code on screen to enter today. O'Connor volleys ahead. Will it die down or trickle out? It will trickle out. Neither side has been able to create much of anything in this second half thus far. I was just about to say we are getting to that point in the match where you wonder how both managers will implement substitutes, and now we do see changes Giannis Lelin heads in. Just his second appearance, made his debut over the weekend against Richmond. We also see an attacking piece in Matt Bentley, who leads this Chattanooga team with 3 goals. And Omar Gomez, the third-year Chattanooga man, will enter as well. So 3 alterations for Scott McKenzie and company. Lelin enters for Chattanooga. Hernandez, the goal scorer, gets a warm round of applause, and he will exit in favor of Matt Bentley, another proven goal scorer. Omar Gomez heads on for a club legend in Walefi. So 3 changes for Chattanooga, and you bring on somebody like Bentley, who was brought in to be that proven goal scorer for Chattanooga. 3 goals this season, leads the club. That includes a brace against Davy Alta. The question is, will he have any chances today? Neither team in the second half has been able to create anything. Julian Cisneros readies in the throw. Cisneros heaves it in. Stays in the area, now ricochets out, and it will be a goal kick for Jason Smith. And O'Connor beside himself. Certainly did not agree with that call. Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Here's Al Hassan. Another ball that catches a puddle. Al Hassan able to keep it in play. Young player for Chattanooga, works it ahead. Comes to Ramos. Ramos, low strike! Oh! Inches wide. Joshua Ramos nearly gave Red Wolves the edge. It all started with a hustle by Al Hassan. Poor header away by Evans. Oh, Ramos splits the wickets of Cisneros in just a tad wide. Here is Ramos, lovely skill. Still surging on Cisneros. Ramos hangs one in towards the backside. And that bounces out for a goal kick. But Ramos putting in quite the shift today. An assist in the first half. Quality look in the second. Delgado, the captain for Naples, will send it away. A muddied kit for one of the premier goalkeepers in this league. Inside the final 20 minutes of this one. Lifted ahead, Ramos tried to chest it forward. Takes a challenge from Cisneros. Simply tapped out by Eric Kinsner. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the brand new Sirius XM app. Carson Henderlong, the joint league leading goal scorer, hasn't seen much action today. But with him, all it takes is one touch and he can completely flip a match on its head. Onan plays it ahead. Ball taken off of him. Here's Bentley. One of his first touches. Catches a puddle. Chattanooga getting ready to make another alteration. Omar Hernandez getting set to enter for Zahir Vasquez. Lelin lost it. Vereen, bit of space, plays it for Onan. As O'Connor on the overlap, finds him. O'Connor, his cross blocked by Knapp. Corner kick coming, one of the best build-ups we've seen today from either side. Again, it's that man, Michael Knapp, making a play defensively. He's gone the full 90 in 4 of 6 matches this season. 15 minutes away, 16 minutes away from making it 5 of 7. Corner for Naples. A rare sight today for the visitors. And it's central, poor clearance, comes towards Onan. And a free kick awarded. Onan whistled. And we will see changes for both teams. It is Omar Hernandez who comes on for Zahir Vasquez. For Chattanooga, Mark Torres replaces Kevin O'Connor for the visitors, as does Ian Cerro, who checks on for Andres Vereen. Torres will make his 6th appearance of the season, the first-year pro from Barcelona, Spain. Cerro heads on for his 7th appearance, 2nd time as a sub, but he is somebody who is familiar with this city of Chattanooga, but from the Red Wolves' derby rival in Chattanooga FC. He played for Chattanooga FC back in 2022, back when they were a part of NISA, now of course in MLS Next Pro. Here is Cerro who heads on. And for Chattanooga, Hernandez has shown an aptitude for goals this season. 2 goals for the Dalton, Georgia native. Scored in the season opener against Naples earlier this year, hoping to repeat history for his Chattanooga side. Here he is, early touch for the substitute. Hernandez into the area, battles his way back onto it. Bentley recovers. Bentley dances. His cross deflected. Onan clears. And a throw coming for Chattanooga. And we need a new ball. Ramos will retrieve it. And he's being marched backwards finally, EPB Fiber Optics delivers fiber-fast internet speeds up to 25 gigs to help you stream, game, work, play, and more on all of your high-tech devices at the same time. Find the recklessly fast speed you need by visiting epb.com. Played long, and contact as Knapp goes down. Mark Torres, the one who committed the foul, his first action of this match. The native of Barcelona, Spain, had a stellar season at the USL 2 level last year with League Power Des Moines Menace, which followed a standout career at Loyola Chicago. He was an all-conference player and also an academic All-American was Mark Torres. Penderlong was way back to retrieve it. Does well to win it for his side. Kinsner controls. Dengler trying to send it out for a throw. Instead, a goal kick on the way. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Bit of a lighter crowd on hand today, but some of the Chattanooga faithfuls still in attendance, making some noise. And of course, this being a noon kickoff makes it a bit more difficult for some of the usual supporters to make their way to CHI Memorial, but some local youngsters in attendance. And what a challenge that was from Ramos. There's Omar Hernandez taken off of it. Knapp fights for it. Instead, it's picked up by Pairpa. And a tie-up as Knapp goes down. And it will be a free kick. And Knapp now jawing with Pairpa. Well, it has certainly been a physical match. Let's get one more look at it. That foul was whistled before that collision between Onan and Knapp. So it does result in a free kick for Chris Heckenberg, the League One mainstay. Does have one assist this season inside the final 10 minutes. Heckenberg sends it in. Dengler settles. Dengler rolls. Sarah watches it roll out. Here is Dengler. Leaves it for Torres. Torres gets tied up. And Torres is the culprit. Final minutes of this one. Both goals coming in the first half. Jaden Onan got things started early. A 10th minute goal. Pedro Hernandez equalized in the 42nd minute. Here's a ball in. Headed down by Paierpa, but Kinsner able to send it out for a throw. And here comes Max Glasser. We've seen him toss it long from his general area throughout the match. We expect more of that here. He does play it short. Glasser pops it in. His ball headed away. Paierpa plays it ahead. Contact, no whistle. Al Hassan the first to get there. Al Hassan battling and wins the free kick right around the midline. Quickly put into play by Hernandez. Here comes Bentley. Bentley turned away. Delgado off his line. And it will be a corner. Check that, last came off of Bentley, a goal kick. We'll see, oh yeah, off the deflection. Came off of Bentley, but stellar goalkeeping by one of the premier keepers in this league, in Lalo Delgado. Gomez ball, tracked down by Al Hassan. Al Hassan into the area. And it will be a corner. Al Hassan continues to be dangerous for Chattanooga. A welcome sign for a squad that is trying to find that attacking success. Scott McKenzie said his team is going in the right direction in that regard. Upper portion of the league, top half of the league in terms of chances created, but they have to be more clinical. Just 7 goals this season, including the one today. Chance to add to that tally here. Elevated ball towards the back post, headed down, still loose and it trickles in. Michael Knapp, is that the winner? It's an unlikely man, but it's his first goal as a member of Chattanooga. And the Red Wolves have broken through in half number 2. Just a loose ball, and Knapp stabs at it. Wow, Michael Knapp, his first goal of this season. And who would have thought the guy who Scott McKenzie said, hey, he does the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. He's the one that may have just delivered the winner. The 85th minute goal. And it puts Chattanooga in front, a team that has been so competitive. 4 draws this season, tied for the league high in that regard. They've been on the doorstep of claiming some wins. Now, just minutes away from doing so against the second place team in FC Naples. Henderlong under it, brings it in. His ball sent in, and a corner on the way. Last off of the goal-scoring Michael Knapp. Desperation time for Naples. The visitors will make a pair of alterations. Gustavo Fernandez heads on, playing against his former club. The former Chattanooga man made 22 appearances for Chattanooga Red Wolves last season. He heads on, as does Rodolfo Zulia. 18 caps with the Puerto Rican national team. Making his first appearance since April 5th against Texoma. A couple of big presences in the area. This ball's lifted in. And a goal kick. And a yellow card. This will be for dissent. And it's against Jake Dangler. Naples felt that it had earned another corner kick. And where match officials felt differently.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The caution has been issued by the referee to the Naples number 45.
Gomez wins the header as the sun peeks through. That is a welcome sign in these parts after days and days and days of rain. We have seen 7 inches of rain this month. Not even, well, right around midway through the month of May. That is more rain already this month than any month that we've seen in 2025. But finally some sunshine. And a change for Chattanooga. Owen Green will head on his 6th appearance of the season. And he replaces a man who did so much today, Joshua Ramos. Quality performance for Ramos. And Green, the Leicester, England native, will spell him. Omar Hernandez. His ball headed away. Free kick on the way for Naples. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Yellow card against Al-Hassan Al-Hassan. Low clearance. Cerro lets it fly! Smith was ready for it. And Naples' chances continue to come from outside the area. Cerro hit it, may have taken a deflection as well. Smith, who hasn't been called upon much today, comes up with a save in the dying embers of this one. Nearing stoppage time. Last gasp effort for the visitors. Bit of space to work with. Ball crossed in. Knapp heads it away. Distant strike clears the crossbar. It was Heckenberg who hit it. And we have now entered added time.
The fourth official has been indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added to the time.
Minimum of 4 minutes of added time. Can Chattanooga see this one out? Or will Naples rally back and stay unbeaten on the road? Oh, right in the chest of Green. Green in some clear discomfort. That was a blast right at him. He has to take a second to catch his breath, understandably so. Ooh. Not fun. Here's Al-Hassan Al-Hassan. Dashes inside, flicks forward. Hernandez pulls it out. He'll waste some time. Now plays it in. And Delgado scoops it up. Disposes in a hurry. Here's a surge from Fernandez. Gustavo Fernandez carries ahead, battling the puddles. 1-2 back for Fernandez. Can he get there? No. Though it did take a deflection. And a corner kick for Naples. We saw a corner kick goal from Chattanooga, which as it stands is the winner. Can Naples equalize from the corner flag? Al-Hassan is down. This will require medical attention. The 19-year-old, who was a product of the Red Wolves Academy, just went down on his own accord. The native of Ghana, who does have experience with the Ghanaian youth national team. Fantastic footballing nation in West Africa. And thumbs up. Al-Hassan will have to head off momentarily. Lalo Delgado in the area. All or nothing for Naples. Ian Cerro readies from the corner flag. Cerro curls it in, fisted away. And now Bentley searches. Bentley on the move. Bentley still going. Tracked down momentarily. Open net. Bentley rolls it in. Chattanooga solidifies 3 points at home. And it's Matt Bentley with his team leading 4th of the season. What a result from 1-0 down after 10 minutes to 3-1 ahead. And it's Matt Bentley who puts the finishing touches on this rain-soaked day. As we look back at our Rodriguez family dentistry replay, a persistent surge by Bentley, avoiding multiple defenders, and all that was left was to creep it through, and he was just able to do so, nearly clank the near post. And Matt Bentley was brought in to score goals. He has done that. 4th goal of the season in 7 matches. And for a Chattanooga squad that lost 23 of its 26 goals from last season, Bentley has provided a great attacking presence. And Naples down by 2 goals. We'll see how much more time we play. Nodded forward. Or clearance may just do it for Chattanooga. There's Cerro. That's broken up. A throw for Naples. And Cerro going right at Gomez. Getting testy. In the dying moments of this match, don't need to see anything extracurricular. Cerro quickly pops it in, but first a whistle. And we will see another throw-in. Possibly the last moment of this match. Penderlong got a toe on it. Hernandez goes down, wins the free kick. And again getting physical. Whoa! Pushes and shoves from both sides. In a match that is all but over, Delgado comes in. going after Nap. Oh my goodness. The final whistle is blown, but this thing's still not over. This is an ugly scene in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Unnecessary at the end of this one. Delgado gets the yellow. The final whistle has blown. But still things to sort out. And of course, a physical match, battling through some adversity. Today with the early start time, the waterlogged pitch. And Delgado shown a red. Lalo Delgado red carded at the end of this match. And Naples players pointing over towards Michael Knapp. And will we see Knapp being shown red as well? Yes, Knapp has been red carded. Wow, what an ending to this match. But it is final, and through mud, sweat, and tears, Chattanooga Red Wolves claims a 3-1 result. And let's take a look at our play of the match, and it is the Michael Knapp goal in the 85th minute. The loose change tapped home. Our play of the match presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And Michael Knapp, the game winner, made it 2-1. Chattanooga added on the insurance goal after that. But Knapp shown red. A bizarre ending to this 3-1 victory for Chattanooga Red Wolves. We will put a bow on things after this. The Red Wolves, 3 points over second place Naples. We'll step aside and wrap things up on ESPN Plus next.
Why do you always seem to be on that last flight home? Why is the customer always right, even when they're wrong? It's because when it's your business, you're all in. And no one's all in with you like EPB. Only EPB is all in with 100% fiber-fast internet that's always your best value. Plus experts all in to help you 24/7. We're all in Chattanooga, because we're all in this together. EPB for your business. We're all in.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
A rough and tumble ending to this match. The battle extending beyond just soccer in this game. Got very physical, got testy at the end, even with both teams heading back to the dressing rooms. But the final result in the books, a 3-1 win for Chattanooga Red Wolves, as the home side claims 3 points and picks up the win. Let's roll the tape, take a look at our final highlights, brought to you by CHI Memorial. We start things off in the 10th minute. Pitch conditions not ideal today, tough to build forward, so Jaden Oden sees an opportunity and capitalizes. A distance blast, the first goal for the first signee in FC Naples history. But Chattanooga would respond late in the first half, 42nd minute. It's Walefi to Ramos. Surges ahead, finds Hernandez, one-time strike, equalizes. And that was the score through 45 minutes, so we thought that was interesting. Just wait until what happened in the second half. 85th minute, corner kick, set piece magic. It's Michael Knapp, his first goal. The most unlikely of heroes today for Chattanooga. Made it 2-1. Knapp showing off the dance moves. And then Delgado pushed forward out of his net, open net for Chattanooga. It was up to Matt Bentley to surge ahead. Gets past one, stays with it as he avoids Glasser. Dodges a second with Heckenberg riding alongside him. And Bentley does the rest, tucks it home neatly. Fourth goal of the season for Matt Bentley. 3-1 was the final score. And then, of course, the post-game fracas between Chattanooga and Naples. A dramatic way to end this match. Now we'll look at our full-time statistics. 3-1 the final. Chattanooga +3 in shots. Shots on target about even. Possession was even. We saw 10 yellow cards. We saw a couple of red cards after the match ended. So a lot to sort out beyond this match. I'm sure the league will be taking a close look at what went on in the dying embers of the match. And then, of course, the post-match fight that we saw between Chattanooga and Naples. But the final score, 3-1. Our post-game recap brought to you by Smart Bank. Experience Smart Bank. Chattanooga picks up 3 points, now sitting on 10 points. A surprising season so far for the Red Wolves, proving the doubters wrong, picking up a win over second-place Naples. A huge thanks to all of you for joining us. For our entire fantastic crew, I'm John Gross saying so long. This has been USL League One action on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.